With the mustache, you're going to comb this forward so you can see the length. I don't know if you can see there, I've got it shorter up there and longer down here. So I'm going to work on taking those longer ones out. Always, always, always be super easy with them, super careful. Nobody likes their beard or their mustache pulled on. Also, when you're using your fingers, be sure to get a secure grip. I mean, you don't want your fingers slipping because that just hurts. So if you're using a tool, you'll clamp your thumb against that tool and pull out only a couple of hairs. Good boy. And always speaking calm and gently to them. And so you can see now what I have with this mustache. It's a little bit rounded. It's still a little bit long down here because he doesn't actually work on finishing up Huss's beard. This is a different day, so when it's an area that they don't like to have worked on, I like to spread that out over a couple of days. So I'm going to comb it forward so you can see the length of it. And then also I wanted to show you there's a kind of a natural part that goes right down their chin, and it's the same principle as the top of their ears. So this hair comes to this direction, and the other side goes to this direction. Good boy. And just taking out a few hairs at a time. Good boy. And I am holding the bridge of his nose. It appears I'm holding the bridge of his nose. I actually have his cheekbones back here, and this breathing passageway is open, so he can catch his breath. And I don't clamp down hard on the top of his nose at all. Good boy. The other thing you can sometimes do is hold the treat up like this. Here. Sometimes I'll hold string cheese in my hand so it's hard for him to eat, and then he'll be busy working on the treat while I'm trimming down here. Good boy. Okay, that's probably enough on Haas's under chin here. That's looking pretty good. Now we're going to move into his little fluffy cheeks out here at this side. And as we pull that forward, I'm just going to take the very longest hairs out. Good boy. And a lot of times you might see like your dog has clumpy looking hair right here where it's kind of just clumped up, and you don't really want to get rid of the length, but all you need to do is kind of thin that out. So you'll just take a really few hairs out, so then it doesn't look so clumpy and choppy. It looks more blended in. And he has some up here by his ear. Good boy. And then we'll take a little bit more out here by his eye so that you can see his eye a little bit better. Oh boy, and then I like to have Haas's, the length of his hair pretty much where I want it. Now what I'll do is I'll take this stone and I'll just kind of thin some of this out at the top so that it will stand up a little bit better. So I just pull it, I do pull this forward. And just kind of take it all over, grasping for the very longest, just a few of the very longest hairs. Good boy. And what I want that to do is just kind of lift this heavy length up a little bit so that it stands up a little bit better. See if he'll give me a shake for that. And then we'll move down into his neck. So from the chin, keeping that part in mind, it runs all the way down. You pull this hair to this side. And again, holding his nose, but I have my finger at the bottom of his chin and I'm just lifting it in the air. And you'll go all the way down his neck. And what you want the chest to represent is the keel of a boat. So we'll go down into a V from this side to this side into this point. Haas's head done the way we want. Then I just do an all-over grooming, and so I take the pumice stone and lift up his hair and pull out only the longest ones with that pumice stone. And I do this all over his body. This is called rolling the coat, and I do it on Haas about every 10 days. 10 to 14 days probably on him. He has a slower growing coat than some of my girls. And when you do that, you want to see, I usually take out about a large handful of hair that every 10 to 14 days. And you want to judge how quickly your Cairns coat grows, because if you're pulling it out quicker, then they're able to replenish it in that 10 to 14 days. Then you're going to have a shorter coat all over. And I actually, when I have a rolled coat, I want it to look like it's a full coat, so that means it's 2 inches in length, but it's not 2 inches in length everywhere. He has new hair growing in. It kind of makes him look puffy. And you want to have all different lengths in their coat when you're rolling it. So we have some that are the 2 inches down to about a 1/2 inch.